everybody knew what a downwinder was. We were the anti-nuclear capital of the world. I was an autistic kid. My father was a drafted United States Marine, an incredible man. I come from an incredible family. My uncle stood on Omaha Beach on D-Day. I grew up on a huge ranch out by the lake. He was a beautiful, incredible person. He was at Pendleton, combat ready, and they were human guinea pig. They were marched into the trenches in Nevada. They're called atomic veterans. He nearly died at the blast. Between 1951 and 1968, we had 300 open-air tests. Well, as different scientists started to write about this, Wallace Stegner was at the University of Utah at the time. I got to know him. Edward Abbey was hanging around there. I got to know him. I got to know all these environmentalists, and I was an environmentalist, and it was a passionate, intense subject matter there.
All nuclear fighters, all hands on deck, all hands on deck, all hands on deck. All nuclear fighters, all hands on deck, all hands on deck, all hands on deck. They'll be calling you a radical. Bloomgate, 311, whatever you want to call it. I call it Pacific genocide, whatever. It's fucking giant conspiratorial across all demographics. All nuclear fighters, all hands on deck, all hands on deck, all hands on deck. They'll be calling you a radical. All nuclear fighters, all hands on deck, all hands on deck, all hands on deck. Bloomgate, 311, whatever you want to call it. I call it Pacific genocide, whatever. It's fucking giant conspiratorial across all demographics. They'll be calling you a radical. May God have mercy on all of your souls.
Nuclear power was evolving. We were promised, oh, this can't happen.
Well, time to get up, go to work, get into the obey slave dynamic, double down on your dog murders in this fairy tale fantasy island freaking whacked out place we live in, that nothing that really matters. Everything that everybody says is a lie. You think Warhol mocked stuff? Look at this entire culture we live in. No one talks about anything that matters. They've got it all made up. They freaking double down on their dogma. They're doubling down on their dogma now. Oh, it's a false flag. It's all orchestrated from above. I mean, these people are insane. Boy, did I name it right when I named it post-ignorance. The ignorance in this country is beyond. It's the dumbest, most ignorant people in the history of humanity, bar none. Bar none. Even when people couldn't write and read and, learned knowledge, they still had a connection with nature, had a connection with earth, which made them non-ignorant, post-ignorant, people have no connection. Okay, Fukushima happens 4 years ago. I said that day, go crazy every day. They start dumping plutonium into the Pacific Ocean. They're going to kill the Pacific. I named it the Pacific Genocide on day 2. Pacific Genocide, it's going to kill the ocean, blah, 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 blah. 4 years later, I said they'll start talking about it 4 or 5 years ahead, and these people fainting goats won't even care. Their loved ones will die of cancer. They'll die of cancer. I've seen it right. This is how dogma ingrained. 50-year-olds, 30-year-olds, 40-year-olds will go down dead via leukemia with their own dogma. It's unbelievable, and I want people to very much understand this. You think this is a hopeless cause, which it is, but on a global thing. But individually, in your family, in your life, in your person, it means everything. We know there's plenty of data out there that proves it. I'm walking, talking, living proof. If you're conscious and you're connected with the reality, what's going on around you, your chances of survival are thousands of times higher. So we know it. We know it. When I went in, my group, and there's been many, many studies that prove it, because if you're conscious, then you get angry, then the emotions that you were born with, the DNA that has been in you for, hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands of generations, it goes to work. If you are unconscious and bliss and ignorant and double down on your dogma, the light cannot kick on. Cancer cells are free radicals. All they are is a cell that goes rogue. They go rogue, and they eat other cells. Some are more aggressive than the others. Some present tumors, but leukemia is the ultimate because it is the fracture of the I am nature. It becomes I am unnature. It's cancer of the blood. It's everywhere and everything, and that's why it's so hard to beat back in the acute fashion. It's like some guy. This is how dogma. Here I've been fighting acute. I'm an ex-professor. I taught this. I mean, I used to drink this literally. And people will come up to me and I tell them, yeah, I go, well, there's 3 different guys. Well, thank you. It's like these people want to spew third grade. I mean, Jesse Ventura is the very perfect example. People all over the internet. People never got educated. I don't know what they were doing in the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th grade. They didn't get sexually enlightened when they were young, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. They didn't participate in what normal people participate in. They didn't participate in the concert scene, in the music scene, in the sex scene, in the environmental scene, in the learning a trade scene, the apprenticeship scene. They didn't learn anything. They didn't do anything, so they get older. And they're so ignorant. So people like Jesse Ventura, Alex Jones, all these people, they just prey on this ignorance. So you got 3rd grade knowledge. I always go back to, then these people watch a few YouTube videos and they've got the world figured out. They didn't bother spending, 10 years learning a craft or 15 years learning a craft. They didn't bother, educating themselves through reading books, through academia, through art, through culture. They didn't bother walking, hiking, cultural freaking, becoming a person. They didn't bother doing that. So these people prey on them. Jesse Ventura, a few years back, is on Larry King. By the way, I got to tell you this story before I forget about Larry King. It's a big, tall dude. I know he's Jewish, and he's a disgrace to the Jewish race. He's one of these guys, dogma, big, tall, played basketball at Weber State. I mean, the guy's a fucking moron. But he claims he's the greatest gambler that ever lived. The guy freaking lost millions of dollars. He's just a moron. And he wants to have a conversation with me about nuclear the other day. I'm like, do you even know what Fukushima is? Do you even know what the energy solution is on site? You live right by Iran. He has no clue, but he wants to get all amped up about Iran, saying we should bomb them. I'm like, are you insane? Do you understand where you live? Why don't you get involved in your own fucking community? So, anyway, Larry King, his wife. Okay, I grew up in Ogden, Utah. I grew up right out here. So did Marie Osmond. We all knew her. The Osmond family, they live right over by me, the cousins. They're some really inbred, strange-looking creatures. I mean, you look up the Osmond, it's like inbred horses. You crossbreed inbred race horses, and once in a while you get a real beautiful one. You look at the Osmonds, they're really deformed-looking people. The cousins, all of them, they got these big, ugly heads. They're really fucked up. Look them up. And I'm not just talking their immediate, I'm talking their cousins, too. I live right by their cousins. Really fucked up-looking people, really bizarre people, actually. They were bums, by the way. They were kind of like, I don't know what, they were Mormon mooches, as we call them here. The Osmond parents were. They lived in a different house every 3 months because they refused to pay rent. I know 2 different people that rented them houses. Maria and Donnie Osmond's mom and dad. They refused to pay the rent. They'd never paid the rent. They would move into one until they got booted out, and they had a lot of Mormons do here. 900 kids that they can't afford, and then they just mooch every angle. They got like the Bundys down there, the Bundy Ranch people. That's how they play. What they do is they have 9 million kids, whatever, and they mooch every angle they can. They mooch up the federal government, the local government, the Mormon church. They range cattle. Usually they steal the cattle, whatever, and then they just mooch. They rob, pillage, and rape. That's what they do. So, Marie Osmond, who's insane, by the way, I know her. She's nuttier than a fucking fruitcake. I think she's been married 5, 6 fucking times. Her one son committed suicide, and I was talking to the cousin. She says she barely even knew his name. That's what they do. She's a heavy, heavy pill addict, really whacked out, like that so many of them are here. Just kids by multiple. I think she's married to one of the ex-husbands again now, the 4th, 5th one. Well, there's this gold-digging chick we know around here, and everybody knows her. There's lots of them around here. Lots of makeup, big teeth, rich friend. They're hideous, by the way. They put on this big facade, and they're out stalking, L.A., and you know how they are in Southern California. They're up front about it. They'll go marry a freaking 80-year-old, just rob them, and just tell you they will get plastic. But these ones here, they're a little more subtle about it. She's out searching. Well, Larry King's been married, 8, 9 times? My husband lines her up with this chick. We all know her. She's a whack job. I mean, completely freaking lunatic. I mean, just goes to show you, even him they could get. By the way, Madoff got all his money, Larry King. All the money. This is how smart he is. Robbed him blind, every penny he had. Done. So, that's why he quit CNN. He quit CNN because she was having an affair with the kid's soccer coach, her two little kids that she has from Larry King, which my guess they're probably not even from Larry King. She probably told him they're from Larry King. I doubt he's probably ever had a DNA test. My guess they're probably not. Maybe they are. I don't know. It's kind of like the Chinese one that married Rupert Murdoch. You know, the older children, which are 50 years older than the other kid, or 40, you know, they had a clause, a blood clause, so they couldn't get Anna Nicole Smith. These girls, Anna Nicole Smith, and these girls are slick with these different Viagras and different things. They'll get some sperm out of these guys, and they'll get themselves impregnated, because then the blood clause goes on. Then they have a child. The guy dies while the kid's still a little child, and boom, they get the wealth. That's exactly what's going on with the Rupert Murdoch pieces. That's what goes on with them all. So she marries this chick. He's back in New York, you know, and he has a studio in L.A. going back forth. She's right here where I live, having an affair with. I know the dude. I'm like, well, you got a lot of guts, dude. Really? And he says, well, fuck, you know what? That's all. She's just robbing him for money anyway, you know. And so she's having an affair with the kid's soccer coach. Larry finds out. He's butthurt. After 8 freaking million marriages, the old man gets butthurt. Wow. I think it's funny. I think it's hilarious. So the rat quits and comes back. And he guards her. They say, oh, he freaking guards her like a wolf. He's in L.A. They're in L.A. now. And I know people that know him. They go have coffee every morning, and I guess I know people that have coffee with him in the morning. I was talking to him. Because I'm headed down to L.A., I think, probably today. But anyway, then they bolt. He'll bolt because he's got to go watch her and make sure that, you know, he's got to guard the stock. What a way to live your golden years. Let Madoff rob your millions and freaking guard some freaking gold-digging whore. I think it's hilarious. So, again, they don't develop these things that we all normally develop when we're young, and we act like this when we're young, and we flaw, and we make our mistakes. These people don't do this, so they try to recapture it and try to live it, which will never work. Never work. You got 60-year-old women in California getting fake breasts, Botox, and whatever. You see them all over here. You know, out trying to find them a freaking 20. And think about the 22-year-old dude. I mean, how fucking warped are they in their brain? I mean, it's sick. They're gone, and they can't ever capture it. They can't get a connection. So here's Jesse Ventura on Larry King. You know, Larry, I just found out this the other day. You cannot believe this, Larry. What's that, Jesse? You know, Larry, you know, when they killed Abraham Lincoln, you know that was conspiracy? And you could see Larry King's like, no shit, Jesse. I mean, I did go to fifth grade. I mean, Larry King is an educated dude. No shit. And he's like, no, you know, they tried to kill the Secretary of State, the Vice President's group, and he's over there rolling his eyes. You know, that's common fifth grade fucking knowledge. Well, what's happened in America, ignorance has rolled over us, and there is no common fifth grade knowledge. I mean, I talk to people who sit right next to me in the classroom. We had an incredible school district here. Weber County School District when I was a boy. We were one of the richest counties in the country, and we had these brilliant geniuses. We had incredible. I mean, I got to go to elementary school in a Frank Lloyd Wright Prairie School building with the Secretary of Education's wife. And that's back when we had decent secretaries. I mean, I think back. I mean, the teachers I had, they were fucking incredible. I was so well educated by the time I was 7. I had a teacher mother who was so brilliant, an artist mother. You know, our grandparents, the community. That's the way it was with these people. It's completely reversed now. So the same people you're sitting by getting educated with, they're so gone. These people say, oh, they don't even know who Jackson Pollock is. I'm like, are you kidding? These dumb fucking morons tell you who the first president of the United States is. You could tell them, go to the next state. They can't even find the next state. That's how fucking gone they are. I mean, these people are fucking so ignorant. Is it their fault? Fuck yeah, it's their fault. Oh, you got chemtrails before I fucking water. Fuck whatever. Fuck, you know, I'm taking pills. I don't take pills. I got leukemia. Well, I had it. AML. Even my doctor's like, oh my God, you weaned yourself off all that. Fuck, why would I take that shit? I don't need it. You know, I've reviewed fuck when I was in the hospital heavy, but come on. I'm out of there. What the fuck do you need that for? Don't you need something to sleep? It's like, no, I don't need something to fucking sleep. I live 16 hours a day like a normal human being has for millions and millions of years, and then I go to fucking bed at night. Fucking, that's normal. I mean, that's the routine. That's what you're supposed to do. Get your 8 hours of sleep. Go hard for 16 hours a day, your whole life. That's how you live. Oh, you need to get some rest, and you need to, what? That's what, you rest at night. You go to bed at night. That's what rest's for. You know, you rest 8 hours a night. You don't lay around all day. That's fucking the opposite. That fucking kills you. You live. Life is for the living. You turn the cells back on. So you get discouraged in this fight. Don't get discouraged, because it will enlighten you, and thus your light will shine around your family, your children, your grandchildren, your unborn grandchildren. That light will go on inside your DNA, and DNA will pass into your children, into their children, into their children's children. The light. That's what this fight's about, because the earth is radiating, and no one gives a fuck. The sardine catch is down 91%. The salmon run. Alaska put out their final report yesterday in Alaska, the Alaskan Fish and Game. The 4-year run, the 4-year cycle, the 5-year cycle they rated on, this year's versus the 5-year cycle, down 72%. I talked to so many fishermen in Alaska, they've watched it decline. You know, we were getting reports 2-3 years ago by John Kirk up there in Canada, different people, me up along, hey, the tide pools are going away, and then Dana Dunford gets, you know, the boat and goes and does his gig, which I'd been doing already for a few years. So did John Kirk up there. We knew this was in free fall. This is John Kirk owns a paddleboard business up there in Vancouver, and he's on the ocean all day, every day, his whole life, their whole army. And so I was getting daily reports from them. Hey, they're dying. They're going away. You can see this plume thing coming across. You can actually physically see it. You can smell it. You know, the ocean's dying. These are people that live on the ocean. It used to be in the early days, different fishermen would try to fight with me. I mean, I'd run up to people all over, even right here in Utah, but all over in California, they'd come out, oh, you're fucking Kevin Blanch, you fucker. I said, what do you mean, you fucker? You know, you fucking kill my business. Don't shoot the messenger, you stupid fucker. I didn't kill the ocean. But they refused it. They were like the rest. They wanted to kick the can. Well, shoot the messenger. They don't talk like that no more. They're like, oh, God, I wish I would have listened to you, Kevin. Those fucking rats. They've killed our industry. But no one cares. So the sardine catch down 91%. You've got the salmon run. So we go on a 4-year cycle in Oregon on the salmon run. So some of these salmon go to ocean for 4 years. Okay? 4 years ago, Fukushima. So this is the first real good, solid report. Now, Oregon Fish and Game, which is tied in with Oregon, the same thing, just like here in Utah. Tourism Dog, they won't tell you the most cancer capital of the world. The southern Utah is the cancer capital. They'll not tell you because the number one economy in Utah is tourism. Number 2 is cancer treatment. They're not going to tell you. We have many, many marquee athletes dying LDS, bone marrow, and Huntsman, luxury, good for death, Huntsman cancer treatment. Because they come there to train. They don't know any fucking better. Because they've never been told, and they never read a book. And they fucking never bother getting them educated. They're fucking neo-competitive. Ooh, I'm going to be a triathlete. What? It's fucking bizarre. I'm going to go climb fucking Mount Everest. Fucking, well, none of them really climb Mount Everest. I mean, what? What? I mean, fat fucking pigs in spandex laying out on a surfboard in the ocean just floating. I'm a surfer. Fucking fat pigs up here. I'm a skier. Let's ski. Let's go down the downhill. Sit in the lodge, have a beer, go back to the fucking hotel. Drive around. I met a guy in Knoxville, Tennessee, and I couldn't believe it. He had, you know, they all got the same vehicle. So they got this Toyota fucking Land Cruiser vehicle. And it's this thing to put all these cliche cool places stickers on it. So he's got Moab, Utah, Snowbird, Utah, all these, you know, Park City, Utah, which, by the way, all these places suck. You want to see the really cool places, come in with me. I'll show you the cool places. These dumb fuckers don't even know where they're at. I do. So I'm like, wow, you must spend a lot of time in Utah. That's where I live. You know? Never been there. That's what it is. It's all fucking facade. That's the hairspray. Not this much hairspray and makeup since pre-French Revolution. I'm talking about the man. I mean, it's unbelievable. It's a giant fucking facade. I remember the old timers say, I'll be so glad when I'm fucking dead when you fucking baby boomers take the field because you spoiled rotten stupid fuckers that have never grown up and you're never going to grow up and you're pathetic. Boy, did they call it. Boy, did they fucking call it. So it's the light. So the fish catch in, I knew, we've been getting plenty of reports across Oregon. There's only one place that is more denial, epic, fucked up as people on Earth. The most fucked up people on the face of the earth are California. Far none, except for one place. Now, none of them are from California. Salvador, 30 years ago, California was the greatest place in the world. So was here, where I lived. It was fucking all the earth, amazing, wealthy, fucking artistic, beautiful, poetic, fucking charming, sexy, open, fucking smart. Had it all, dynamic. It's the opposite because they got the fuck out. You know, I spent so much of my life at Pacific Beach when I was a boy. It was the place in the fucking world in PB. Not now. They sold out. It's like Janice told me. She says, when Mama, this little beach house, they come to you and says, hey, we'll give you $5 million, and all of it is drunkards fucking around you all the way. They sleep till noon. You get the fuck out. So they all got the fuck out. So there ain't nobody down there. So there's only one place on earth more fucked up than them. Oregon. Oh my God! Because you've got all these guys. Oh, I'm going to be a hippie crit from all over the West United, and they go there, they sit around, and they don't even smoke. I'm all for it if you're smoking good weed. You know, I'm all for it. It's like this guy. I'll never forget it. We're stuck on his house, and there was another crew, a bunch of fucking addicts over there, fucking all around, and this guy went off on him. He's like, "Fuck you, fucking pieces of shit! Don't even know how to do. You're so fucking low class. If you're gonna, you don't even know how to do good dope. If you're gonna fucking do dope, do good dope." You dumb fuckers don't even do it. You don't fuck around with you fucking pieces of shit. Wait, that's Oregon. You know, that's Oregon's, you know, a bunch of fucking kumbaya hippie crits, fucking lazier than fuck. I mean, it's fucking pathetic up there. Really pathetic. So, you know, and then you got California or Oregon Fish and Game advertising the fish run because that's advertising. They got their bars and their fucking restaurants where these guys come up and float around on their fucking boats, get fucking drunk. It's like golfing. All it is, you can't go to the bar at night because the cops are around at night, so the fucking middle-aged guys who want to socialize in the bar and have cocktails, they go to the golf course during the day. And they're drunker and fuck, drive home drunk off their ass during the day. They get away with it. Now, at night, can't do that. They do the same thing that they used to, so they just change the fucking boat and the golf course from what the bar was. They haven't changed, just like 18-year-olds when they graduate. You can't celebrate and have your big wild fucking party, your graduation fucking crazy parties for fucking 2 weeks anymore here. So you just you just go to fucking Mexico and do it there. You know, that's simple. They're still going to do the behavior. They're just going to fucking, because we just, you know, are self-righteous, far-right fucking in denial about fucking human behavior. Try to alter behavior, which do it yourself. Go take some fucking pills to fucking calm everything when pills ain't going to do you shit. You know, there's pills that work on certain things that people have to have. So, in Oregon, I knew. I'm like, oh, God. When I saw the photographs of the 1,600 sea lions at the mouth of the Columbia River, I just walked from Pismo to San Francisco, and I saw the starving to death mama sea lions. I had one ranger, no shit, tell me, he says, I've never seen the ocean so healthy. He told me that out by Gordon. And I'm like, are you kidding? You know, I just got back from freaking Carmel and San Simeon, and I talked to the Rescue Foundation at San Simeon 50. You know, I saw them with my own eye. Oh, yeah, we got a problem with that. Let's see. What about, there's no sorry. Oh, they just moved out. No, I know they're not. I got a problem with that. Picking up Fukushima, got a problem. And by the time I got done with him, I says, do you still think it's? And I said, well, maybe it's not, he says. Because he just rides back and forth in his truck. It's serfdom. These fuckers don't work. They don't do anything. It's just like marine biology. The greatest PhD opportunity in human history is the Pacific Ocean post-Fukushima. Not one single PhD has done it. Not one single person has done it because the university won't fund them, because it's a club. It's serfdom. Very simple. Neo-feudalism fucking serfdom. And then Alex Jones, they got Mike Savage, you got Fox, or Operation Foxconn, Fox News, all these people spinning it. They're paid to spin it. The Mormon Church, spiritual leaders taking money to spin it. Call it New World Order, and tell them to get a gun and buy some gold and silver and live happily ever after getting a fucking bunker. Because if people really did know that it's not New World, it's the exact opposite. Up is down, black is white. It's old world order. It's neo-feudalism, went here for 2,000 years. It's gone on for fucking more than that. The Egyptians fucking practiced it for fucking clear back 4,000 or 5,000 years. It's fucking, you know, you got the top heat. Either you go to work, you're a serf. Then you come down to your peasants, serving coffee. You kids serving coffee. You got a college degree, you're serving fucking coffee, rubbing feet to the fucking baby boomers who are using the consumption-based fucking economy. What's a tariff? I'm a carpenter. What's a hammer? I'm a baker. What's a cake? Fisherman. What's a boat? What's a fucking tariff? Until you understand a fucking tariff, you're fucking done. You can get in the street and stomp your fucking feet all you want. You know, Where was the Million Mass group in fucking Boston yesterday? That's what I want to fucking know. You can't fucking support me. If I, my very fucking own group, you can't go over to Harvard? Fucking pretty fucking pathetic. You guys want to fucking put a mask on and fucking masquerade party and act come by, all fucking goody, fucking like it's a fucking dressing up like a cartoon character, but when it comes down to the real fucking issue, I gotta work. Really? Wow. Wow, that's the problem. Fake activism, Helen Caldicott's fake as it gets. I've seen it right in there. Fundraisers. Kevin Camp, fundraiser. Fucking, they're all closed door. The only ones I find real are Mothers for Peace. They're real. They're hardcore down there. They fight the apple can tooth and fucking nail. Jane's the real deal. She's the real deal. She's awesome. So is Linda. I mean, they go toe-to-toe, face-to-face. Last year, I'm in for my Blue Hearts on Valentine's at Diablo. I'm going to be. I don't know that the fucking public hearing's there, the local one. Turn on the TV. It's broadcast on fucking TV, which I don't watch TV. I go back and I'm like, oh my God, it's today. So I fucking have Jules Eastman. She's right there. Give me a ride over there. And then, Pablo de Pismo. And I catch a ride and I go over to the fucking hearing. There's nobody in the hearing. They're sitting up there on the panel and there's two people sitting in the fucking room. They're both Mothers for Peace. And then I walk in. So there's Jane. She's just grilling them. Fucking grilling them. I mean, this isn't your per se little old lady. This is your per se fucking hardcore fucking in the street activist. Fucking grilling them. And I mean grill them. Those are subject matter hardcore. Fuck, more intense than me. I'm like, wow. And, she knows me. I know her. And, incredible mutual respect because she's fucking knows her subject matter. She's willing to go toe-to-toe with them. She's willing to fucking fight. And so there they are. Yesterday at fucking Think, we got fucking three little old ladies holding up fucking signs. Good for you. Good job. They did a good job. At least we had a representation. We had three of the post-ignorance army over there. And they were older females that, come by ya. But at least they were fucking there. It's more than I can say from the Million Mass group, our group. They weren't fucking there. So you want to dress up like a cartoon character as long as it's cliche and quirky and fucking fun. This isn't a fucking cartoon. This is a fight for our fucking lives. The number one human rights issue in the world is Fukushima. Number one human right is anti-nuclearism. And I use Fukushima as a springboard. Absolutely I do. Because I'm a socioeconomist. You want to get into it with me about social inequality. You want to get into it about fucking repression. You want to get into me with fucking sex trafficking. You want to get into me with fucking ageism, all these isms. All these fucking human rights, every last fucking one of them. I can fucking break them all down to one thing. They all lead to the same thing. The top. Nuclearism, the greatest repressionary tool in the history of mankind. Price Anderson. They've got a captured lock, stock, barrel. I know that. Megan Rice, same thing. The greatest human rights activist in the world right now, sitting in a jail cell in New York City. She knows that. Why do you think she broke into Y-12 on July 28th? Look up the date. The beginning of World War I, trying to break down. If you don't think one family can rule the world, you know nothing about World War I. One inbred family, fucking, they're all cousins. Run the fucking world. Back to Oregon. This is my teaching style. This is how I go, fucking my class. You're on your keyboard, Kevin breaks off. Yeah, that's how I taught. That's why my students come out to be incredible fucking successful people. Because you got a keyboard right there. Kevin breaks off and he says something, well, Google it. Do the work. Because I'm not going to create a bunch of regurgitating off an assembly line, which professors do now, because those are worthless. Regurgitate the information, take the test, and then forget the information. That does not work. That's what PhDs are doing. That's why we have no studies out of the ocean. So, Tim, one of our post-ignorance army, he's up and down that whole coast, lives in Oregon. He's all over. He's been documenting this death. He goes fishing. This time, he's keeping track on the ladder. So the salmon go out 4 years. Some of the steelheads and some of the fucking salmon are 4-year cycle. Some of them are out of sea 3-4 years. So this is the very big fucking report this time. So they're reporting all fall. We're going to have record numbers. We're going to come fishing. Come eat your fucking, $35 fucking entrees at fucking Red Lobster. Come fucking, the Olive Garden. Fucking come fucking have your fucking beers at, by the way, they got good beers in fucking Oregon, microbrews, hops, because of the climate. Now they're radioactive. So we're seeing, all of a sudden, Oregon runs the show. Noah's based out of Grants Pass, Oregon. By the way, Grants Pass, very good place. My uncle used to be the postmaster there in Ontario. He just passed, by the way, the one that's still on Omaha Beach on Day. Amazing, man. Eastern Oregon, my family. My aunt and uncle were killed in a car wreck right there in 1968. That's an amazing, Eastern Oregon's an amazing fucking place. Noah's run out of Grants Pass, the fishing fucking dynamic. I talked to him on the phone. I call them all the fucking time. Finally, I fucking actually talk to someone. Unlike here, Utah, where they don't call me back. They shut down the sardine, emergency shut it down. You know, hundreds of boats. It's a big deal. That's a big industry. Shut it fucking down. Canceled the entire next season. He says it's the mega. He says never seen anything like a mega fucking epic collapse. So Tim and these guys are off. And he says over 100 boats he kept track of over the last 5 days. So they caught one salmon. He says well over 400 fish. One salmon out of 400 fishing. So they're keeping track on the ladders right now. Bonneville, all of them. They're expecting record numbers. The way it looks right now, it's probably going to come in probably as the Alaska number, which makes sense, about a 70% collapse. 91% sardine collapse. And we're not talking, oh, here's the thesis in California. Oh, they just moved further out. No, they didn't. No, the fishing industry can tell you that. The fishing industry will move where they move. They have incredible fucking equipment that fucking, the radar that fucking picks up where they're at. There's none out there. CNN even reports that the blob, how nice and cliche, the blob. Global warming. Well, I'll tell you what's warming fucking the globe. Nuclear. 410 reactors that boil water all day, every day. Release it into the atmosphere. You seen that steam that comes off those things? That's water. There's only so much water on Earth. They boil it all day, every day by the fucking billions and billions of gallons. The nuclear industry is destroying the Earth. You know, Ackerman named it right when he named it Fukushima. So their numbers are dramatic. The sardines collapsed 91%. The sea lion collapsed. Oh, my God. And in Oregon, this is how arrogant these fuckers that fly in there. And none of them are from Oregon again. They're not salty-earth people. A lot of my family are fucking eastern fucking salty-earth fucking Oregons, which were amazing people. Really amazing people. And that's the fucking native word, Chief Joseph, for Bigfoot. And not Bigfoot. Bigfoot was really a person. He was a guy. He was half African American, half Native, and they said he was 7 foot fucking 4 or 5. Incredible people. They're these fucking slobby pigs. So it goes full circle from the Manhattan Project, never shut off. You get cancer and you die. So the dogma, everybody's doubled down. We've got a collapse. The ocean's fucking dying rapidly. I walked along 10,000 tide pools easily, more than that, not one single starfish. No abalone, no fucking clams, no oysters, no nothing. I did see a couple little teeny, the small crabs in Carmel, that's it. When those are some of the most, you know, there's a historic tide pools in Carmel. And that beautiful, beautiful fucking gem in the world in Monterey. Now, there's some sardines in Monterey, and the sills in Monterey, but you got to realize that's an ecosystem that's managed because of the collapse, Cannery Row. You know, John Steinbeck, what happened to all the sardines? They're in a can. You know, they just devastated, they desecrated the area, so they've stepped in. And California, do not kid me, don't get me wrong, California's done some wonderful places. They've retaken off over the coast, in the Central Coast. Part of it, you're not even allowed in there. You aren't allowed in there. Your dog, your fucking horse, Fifi and Fufu walking, killing the cedar, they've just fucking said, fuck you fuckers, and they still it off. So they're trying. But how can they try when Fukushima's going in there? Killing everything. I mean, hello, the Emperor, this is the greatest ecological catastrophe in fucking history. This is the greatest catastrophe in fucking world history. And we're not talking about it? I mean, the Emperor has no fucking clothes on Balco. Ocean's in free fall. Oh, the New York Times comes out and these 200 professors says, oh, we're going to have an ecological collapse possibly on the verge of it in the ocean while they're sitting with their feet up on their fucking desk collecting their money. Let's go to the opera, honey. Let's go to our fucking facade. Why they get cancer and die. They're pathetic. Academia is pathetic. And if you're at a major university, get out. What are you doing there? Get out. You want to join the Serfdom Club? They're not going to let you in the Serfdom Club, number one, because it's full. 2, you're going to allow the student debt out the yin and they're going to fucking sue you and bury your life for the rest of your fucking life. 3, you're not going to learn anything there because these professors, there's no decent professors. They're lazy. They're pigs. Look, there hasn't been a PhD in the field fucking... I did another PhD in the field, just finished it. That's a PhD in the field. That's what old school professors do. I create something that's fucking real and of value. That's what PhDs do. You know, socioeconomic PhD, the blend of history, art, fucking culture, and fucking nature, fucking science, all of it. I mean, right there, in your face. That's what PhDs do. These fuckers, you're not going to learn anything. Go to your local community college, fucking grant. If not, fucking spend some time on the internet, fucking learn the greatest fucking... This is the information age. You can watch lectures on fucking line all you want. Why are you going to pay these fuckers to go up there and extract your money, abuse you to fucking park, fucking rob you with these $150 fucking textbooks? It's thievery. It's pure fucking usury. The country's gone. And until people come out and fucking realize the United States is over, completely fucking over. Highest incarceration rate, highest cancer fucking rate, highest obesity rate, highest fucking pill epidemic, highest fucking alcoholism fucking rate. It's got, and in the counter, we used to have some good things. There's no good things. The oligarchs and the people that thumbprint of the stock, they don't even live here. People that got money, they get the fuck out of here. They're just sitting around in their Lear jets, and they're fucking 9 million boats in California. There's fucking 10 zillion fucking boats in California. Why? Because they're trying to outdo each other, and no water to fucking put them on. You know, what a fucking gig that's going to be, hauling boats out of California. I mean, what a business. Hauling water into California. What a gig. I would tell you right now, and I'm dead serious about this, if you own a house in California, sell it now. Sell it now. You got a nice peak, and there's full disclosure law, so make sure when you sell the lot, in writing, you put in the writing, say, hey, the reason I sold it is because Fukushima is in the Pacific Ocean. So they can't come back on you in 2 years and say, hey, well, you didn't tell me the Fukushima, that's why you were selling it. Just put it in writing, because they won't even know what it is anyway, and then you can have a clear conscience. Because really, is it your fault if these stupid dogmatic fuckers fucking cannot, because the information's right in plain sight. It's all hiding in plain sight. Just like Abe going to Harvard yesterday and then sneaks over to, why would he possibly go to the MIT lab, media lab? Now you think about that. The Prime Minister of Japan, it's a big deal, shows up here. There's so many Japanese Americans here. Now think about this. Of all the places in the world he could go, why in the fucking God, of all places, the MIT media lab? Of all places. That's where he goes? Really? Well, we know why. Come on. Where is Anonymous? Where are you? Aaron Swartz. Where are you? Hello? What is the matter with you fucking people? This is not a cartoon. It's like you go down to Pismo. On the beach, you drive, people literally dress up like cartoon characters, got four-wheelers, that kid dress, and they're fucking around. This is a fucking fairy tale. It's a fucking cartoon. It's a fucking cartoon. It's killing you. You're gonna die. I see. I'm head of the sport group in the fucking hospital. I was. It forced me out of there because I'm intense. By the way, the doctors love me down there. They love my intensity. The administrators hate me. Because they've never seen anybody play like I play. Of course, they've never seen anybody walk out of there as a red tent. So let's think about it. Let's talk about this in reality. People won't have this conversation. I'm right with the New Yorker fucking magazine writer in fucking JFK. After coming out of the helicopter, colder than he walks right up to me. Kevin, you've seen this, that, have a conversation with me. The Columbia Review guy is on the same plane. Walks right up to the Columbia Review, and he starts quizzing me, talking to me, they know about this. And then I start having a big discussion about my leukemia. You know what he told me? He says, well, I can't have, that becomes too intimate. I can't even think about that. I can't have that discussion. It's too hard. There you go, the immaturity of America. You can't talk about my, I saw it. I would have never believed it. I would never, because I watched my dad fight his ass off and die. I watched Annika, that beautiful fucking Ukrainian. I mean, you want to talk a girl? Mentally, physically, oh my God, that's how I know Megan Rice. This girl, a pure 10. Physically, mentally, spiritually, I watched her fight her fucking ass up. Still killed her. Chernobyl killed her after she was here. But I watched inside that, I never believed it. I thought that was all cliche. You just fight, you got a much better chance. I didn't realize what lazy fucking pigs Americans, because they ain't got nothing to fight for. They don't care about life. They're not connected. They don't want to live. I watched it by the fucking hundreds. I go in there and head of the support group, and I'm like, this is AML. The survival rate's very fucking low. These people, there's two guys in there. One that worked in a nuclear reactor in Illinois. Another worked near Hanford. In their 50s. Both of them got AML. Both of them overweight, look like shit. The chemo's tearing them, the weight comes off you fast. And I'm talking to them. This is a wake-up call. Come. I'm like, hey, sneak out of the room. I walk down through Memory Grove every day. We'll meditate fucking down there at the meditation temple and walk up that fucking hill. It's a tough fucking little walk, but it's right next to the hospital. Come on, we'll go for a little walk every day. Come on, let's fight. Let's pray. Let's meditate. Let's fucking do this. Let's fucking go over the diet. They got a dietitian that sits there and goes, they don't give a fuck. They don't even try. God's well, honey. I says, if you work near a nuclear reactor or at a nuclear reactor, since, by the way, people in San Clemente, do you realize what your leukemia rates are there? All these units. You ever want to talk about downwaters of Utah? They're all over. Fuck. They won't fight. I met this incredible fucking girl on one of my walks. I just going down through the walk from Memory Grove. I was down Salt Lake, and I mean, this girl's 10. I'm like, whoa, look at her. Physically, mentally. I mean, this girl's freaking, wow. So anyway, we got to be friends. She would come up to the hospital and see me. We got to be friends. We started hanging together. This is why I'm still sick. Central Line's still hanging out of me. We started hanging out. Walk. She spent some time in the hospital with me. She tells me one day, Kevin, my brother says I need to move out of Utah. It's a nuclear contaminated area. And I says, yeah, it is. I said, where are you going to go? Well, he lives in Knoxville, Tennessee. I'm going, what? I says, call this fucking moron up. So she calls him up, and I says, really? Knoxville, Tennessee is the most contaminated place on the face of the earth besides Moab, Utah. Maybe more. Hello, do you know about fucking Y12, Y25? They leak it. I mean, that place is lit up like a fucking Christmas tree. It's unbelievable. It's incredible. How fucking ignorant and fucking dogmatic, stupid fucking people are. But don't be that. Don't be that. And don't fall for all this stuff. Oh, it's all controlled. It's Illuminati. Yeah, there's been control forces from the time of man at the top. But we have a simple tool. That's how America was formed, by the way. We hated royals, remember? No royal that set foot in this country for fucking how long? They would have fucking been killed. That's what the Revolutionary War was. It was we don't believe in inherited wealth. We don't believe in bloodlines. That's what America was. Masonic War? Absolutely. The fracture inside the Masonics. I can really get into that, George Washington. The first 8 employees at the fucking Port of New York were the Coast Guard. The first 8 employees in the United States were the Coast Guard. They weren't blocking cocaine coming in. They weren't looking for terrorists. They weren't fucking swimming around there looking for radiation to see. They were blocking fucking the real killer at that time, East India Company. Look, they were craftsmen. Paul Revere was a silversmith, fine craftsman. The best furniture makers in the world were there. The greatest craftsmen in the history of mankind were fucking the colonialists. Ask the Cano brothers on fucking furniture. Fucking anything. They protected their craft and their skills because first they come for the craftsmen. I was a craftsman. That's what they did again here. You've watched it. In 1980, Reagan and fucking Bush and the neo-feudals fucking, they know the playbook. The playbook's been set for thousands of years. Get rid of the tariffs. That's simple. You dumb fuckers don't even know what a tariff is. I mean, you want to fucking stop a globalist? You want to fucking, with these fucking Rothschilds, these fucking, all you're going to do is put a tariff report. It's that fucking simple. It's that simple. We consume 38% of the world's GDP. You put a tariff report, they're done. It's that simple. Oh, they run the Fed. All these Jews run. No, they don't. No, they don't run the Fed. This big fat racist prick tried to tell me, I says, I teach this class. The Federal Reserve Bill, which I stood in front of, is named the Mariner Eccles Federal Reserve. He was no Jew. I knew him personally, right here. Really, personally. For I am the great socialist. Greenspan hijacked the Fed. This country was fucking perfectly fine as far as economic status until 1980. Clear up to 1987, the Reagan recession fucking started, but we came out of it. Volcker raised the fucking rate up where it was supposed to be. Greenspan, Allen fucking, you far-right radicals, it's self-fulfilling fucking prophecies. Oh, we're going to set the Mormons. We're going to set the world up. Ha, 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 ha. I told you we're all going to die. I'm the only one that's going to heaven and get my virgins. Ha, ha, because my mommy told me so. What the fuck's the matter with you fucking people? You refuse to defend yourself. Oh, look at the brother coming to town. Let's talk about Abe when he's here. Oh, some sexual fucking slavery that went on before he was even born. Barack Obama said it perfectly. I will give it to him on that when he was in Japan. I don't know what you're getting all wound up. These treaties were signed long before I was born. But Barack Obama, Barry Antoinette, let's get real, please. Hillary, Westinghouse, Clinton. This is a big deal. I never thought that New York Times and Fox News had be working together on a story. Because, like I've said from day one, don't you people understand this and get this? This trumps it all. Because it doesn't matter how rich you are, how you poor. These people say, oh, these people got a pill and they live forever. No, they don't. Let's see. Fucking Mellon died of leukemia recently. Multi-billionaire. You know, Steve Chinese Jobs would have been rivaling his wife right now is rivaling the Rothschilds. What's she gonna do with that fucking wealth? Huh? What's she gonna do with that fucking? I mean, they're turning fucking $30 billion a quarter on profits. They reported yesterday. Look it up. Richest company in fucking world history. He died of fucking cancer. I'm in that hospital. Some of the most elite people in the world fly in there because they know the survival rate. They do their work. I'm here to tell you. They died. They died at all ages. Their children died. So when you fucking take that pill, all these fucking people are orchestrating this from above, so there's nothing I can do. That's bullshit. Crutching on me. Oh, they chemtrailed me. They fucking fluoride me. They fucking vaccinated me. They fucking did this. They elf-towered me. That's bullshit. It's a lazy fucking cop-out because you refuse to do the work. In order to do the work, that's how you enlighten the soul. You walk. You fucking do the work. You physically get yourself mentally, fucking physically, spiritually. And I know you've been sucked into a fucking trap, but get rid of shit. You don't need 2 fucking cars in the household. Get one of them. Take public transportation. Walk to the bus. And you'd be surprised. I think probably the hottest sexual relationship I ever had in my fucking life. I met her on the bus. I'm still in love with that fucking girl. I mean, you know, I haven't been able to touch her because of leukemia. I mean, I'm like, she's, you know, Kevin, come on. And I'm like, I've got chemo in my body. I'm sure not going to spew that all over you off my skin and my body. I've waited because 3 years, I know. You know what chemo is? Do you understand what chemo? And it's a helmet. Oh, you took chemo. You know, people rooting for me live because of their dogma. They've read in, the run from the cure. That guy ought to be in prison, by the way. That's a fucking snake oil salesman, that guy in Texas. All these snake oil salesmen. Yeah, a chronic leukemia is a whole different animal. And what happens? You take all these supplements, all your pills. All it does is mask the fucking blood work. So you think you're getting better when you're not, and then you die. I see it over and over and over and over and over. We've had 3 different people come in our hospital with leukemia saying, oh, the Mormons are selling this fucking silver supplement pill. They go along selling it. Well, our doctors know for a fact the silver supplement masks the blood work. They'll tell you, right, they won't even let us drink green tea while we're in it because it masks the blood work. You can't have the blood work masked. That's why and it's the only way you're really going to know. They do very sophisticated blood work. They go into your hip. They drill into your hip and dig the bone marrow out. That's how they know. And they know. Once you go in there and dig that out, they know. They have a little Chinese gal who's probably about 4'2". She's brilliant. They don't even she's so good in the really hardcore freaking ones, with the ones that are very important, which are all of them. She stands right there. She doesn't even let them take the smear to her because they're taking out the air. They're computerized. That's the only thing Huntsman ever did right. He did do that, computerize the system. You know, these doctors have time. There's computers in your room, whatever. You know, they're trying to take out the air because it's the human air that kills you. And she does that smear right there. The silver masks the fucking smear. The silver masks it all, so you can't read. So 3 different people. Oh yeah, my blood works are doing good. All 3 of them. I remember this guy. He's telling me from Provo. Yeah, they look. My blood works are in. My doctor's arguing with God. I'm getting better every day. Bloop. I pick up the obituary 3 weeks later. There he is dead. I mean, you could be perfectly sound of mind and body and fucking 3 weeks later dead. That's how this disease works. That's what happened to me. Perfectly healthy. I had gotten an argument with my 2 little fucking punk-ass fucking nephews, think they're fucking cool, pretty boy little fuckers. And I said, fuckers, I'm 50-something years old. There's an unwritten law in America, used to be in the old days, if you were fucking under 35 years old and you got in a fight with an over 50-year-old, no matter if the 50-year-old, you went to jail, not him. Because we respected our elders, and elders didn't play like that. Now these fucking punk assholes, they need to be knocked out. Need their fucking ass kicked because there's no dignity, there's no respect. They're a bunch of fucking scumbags. So, like, let's have a fucking pull-up and fucking push-up contest. I'll let you 2, and they think they're tough kids. You know, you 2 go. I'll combine your scores against me. Pull-ups and fucking push-ups. They said, well, you go first, fucking pops. Okay, you little fuckers. Then I'll kick your fucking punk asses. I rattled up 112 fucking push-ups without stopping. This was fucking 7 days before I got fucking cancer before I got sick. That's the kind of physical shape I was in. It doesn't give a fuck. The guy who won Iron Man died in there. The world's class fucking triathlete died in there, female. The number one in the world. Because they're training in Moab. They're swimming in the fucking ocean in San Francisco Harbor. What's the matter with you people? You're going to go swim in open waters in the fucking Pacific Ocean? Are you fucking insane? I'm in San Francisco. There's two young females, and they got their little children. They think they're so cosmopolitan in San Francisco now that, oh, we're like Europeans. We're going to swim our children naked. You know, our 8-year-old, our 6-year-old, our 5-year-old, let them swim in San Francisco fucking Bay. So I walk over to them. I'm like, you know about Fukushima. You know about how contaminated this water is before Fukushima. Oh, yeah. And you're still going to let your kids swim in there naked. Are you fucking insane? I says, that's fucking child abuse, which it is. That's the most fucking polluted fucking harbor in the world before Fukushima happened, let alone after. Oh, my God. That's the fucking emperor has no... It's a facade. Oh, look at us, honey. Yeah, look, honey, we took the kids, you know, like, go fucking play bridge. At least when they played bridge, you know, and it was fucking innocent, you know. Oh, my hairdresser's better than your hairdresser. You know, whatever. You know, my young pool boy's fucking sexier than your young pool boy. Innocent. Not now. Not now. Oh, I got 15 houses. Oh, Jim, Bobby and fucking Jane, Dick and Jane have 15 houses. They have one in Park City. We got to get one. I have a friend here who lives in these houses up here. All these big houses got built in the 2000s. None of them are ever here. He's been living in them for fucking years. He just lives in them. Nobody checks on him. No, he fucking lives fucking high for free in these houses. Breaks into them, lives in them. Huh. It's very common around America. Because these fuckers, they've got to outbuild these houses. And why? Because you got to pay fucking, even if you got the money, you got to pay property tax and insurance. There's nobody there. They're never there. Why? What the fuck is the matter? Because it's a fucking neo-competitive, ultra fucking freak show. These people are freaks, and it's all right place, right time. None of these, I mean, it's mostly it's inherited wealth or extorted wealth. You know, I work at Livermore. I'm a fucking weapons designer. I make $1.5 million a year contract. Have you ever been to it? No, I never go to work. Why would I go to work? These American taxpayers, we just fucking throw another boogeyman at them. ISIS. How nice is. They went off to fucking Afghanistan to kill the Taliban. Went off to fucking Iraq to get a big old sack of $100 bills. Went off to fucking Vietnam to kill the Viet Cong. They're still there. He's all fucking gone. How nice is we got ISIS now. Just new boogeyman. These fuckers just throw money at her. I'm standing on opening day at Del Mar last year, 2 years ago, in line. My nephews are horse trainers there. I spent my whole life there. I've spent my whole life at Del Mar in the summers. Guy behind me's got this big, tall, gold-digging, freaking about 6 foot blonde-haired fucking, I mean, she got more Botox and fucking fake, but she looks like fucking Bruce Jenner's fucking pseudo-fucking twin. And, I mean, she's hideous, but she's so plastic, it's fucking unbelievable. And this guy's about fucking 5'1". You know, hairspray on to the 10th power, got heels on his fucking shoe. I mean, just a piece of shit. I'm talking to him in the line. He's the fucking head fucking guy that runs the show at Palisades in Arizona. I'm like, oh, you fucking rat. So anyway, we make friends, and we start talking. You know, he sees my shirt, anti-nuclear. We're talking, blah, blah, blah. And I says, now tell the fucking truth. You don't work. You never go. Well, not. She's like, oh, shit. I don't think he's been there but fucking 2 days this year. Because there's something for him to do. You're a weapons designer? How many nuclear weapons we got to have? It's like Y-12. Prove it. Megan Rice's fucking trial. In the fucking trial. First guy up, security guard. Now remember, this is something that the taxpayers paying fucking hundreds of millions of dollars to protect the most dangerous place in the world. An 85-year-old nun in the middle of the day fucking cuts in with bolt cutters on a Saturday. She's in there for hours. So that she was getting tired and waving their arms. Her and Greg and Michael. Fucking, well, they're tired. They're getting hungry. They thought they'd be arrested. They really thought they'd probably be shot. But they did it. Took a lot of fucking guts. It had to be done. Had to be done. By the way, Greg and Michael are not doing well. You know, they got a tough gig at Leavenworth. Fucking hardcore. You know, because that's what they do. Aaron Swartz, Michael Hastings, I am Pat fucking Tillman. That's how they play. And you go along with it. She breaks in. The first guy on the stand is the security guard. I'm in the trial. I'm sitting in there. How much you make? $15 an hour. Well, where were you? Well, I had to go get my kids from soccer. And then the other one, then there was only 2 guys there. And he called in sick. We were watering the monitors. Now remember, we're paying privatized Blackwater, whoever, to fucking privatize. It's just extortion. That's all it is. It's looting. America has been looted. Don't you see? Mission accomplished. Not going to be looted. Not going to happen. Oh, this is going to happen. The dollar's going to crash. Fucking gold's going to. All this stuff. You're still hyperboleing up. You're still trying to find out the fucking problem when it already happened. It all fucking happened. Mission accomplished. Fukushima 3 already happened. The greatest ecological catastrophe. The dollar crashed 2003. Fucking they gutted. Look up the participation rate. All this has already happened. You're living in the throes. But you're in a fucking fairy tale facade cartoon. You dress up like a cartoon, put hairspray and take pills. I can prove it again. Socioeconomists have worked on data for fucking hundreds of years. And they've done studies for fucking thousands of years. What is the number one thing that people are unwilling to talk about in contemporary society? It's a big deal. It's important for people to document that. It's always been their sexuality. Always. Until about 15 years ago, it flipped. It's their debt. That's a fucking freak. This is a cartoon. It's a fucking masquerade party. American. Come on, let's get real. All these people driving around their cars and their big houses. Fuck, if you really saw their balance sheet, I can prove it again. The Fed keeps fucking track of these numbers. The average fucking American, even with their false equity in their house, and that's why Californians live in the freak show, because they just keep fucking. They've got their own personal Ponzi scheme built up in that fucking house. That's another reason to cover up of Fukushima. The CMA came out. The California Medical Association came out. I was there the day they come out. I was in San Diego on the beach. I reported it in 2013. We need data from Fukushima. This is the California Medical Association. These are all the fucking doctors and their fake fucking tennis playing wives, but they're not tennis playing wives anymore because that's too lazy. The wives are too lazy to play tennis. They don't play tennis anymore. The tennis courts are empty. They ride around on a cart, play golf, dress up like a cartoon character, and drink fucking beer. But these fuckers are jet set and hobnobbing around the fucking world out trying to do fucking Dick and Jane's. Got 16 houses, we got 17. So their accountant shows them, look, dumb fucker, here's your balance sheet. 98% of your fucking wealth's tied up in real estate in California. You talk about this, you're done. That's the 0% interest rate. Fuck, Yellen's hands are fucking tied down there. Who gutted the fucking United States fucking Treasury and Fed? One guy, Alan Greenspan. Tell you fuckers get that and understand that. And if you don't know the feast, he used to follow Ayn Rand around. Ayn Rand was a fucking born in fucking Stalingrad, Leningrad, Russia. A counterculturist. Science fiction writer who was insane, who was on public assistance most of her life. She lived in government fucking paid housing in Manhattan. Food stamps, the whole 9 yards. She was a science fiction writer. I defer to the Ryan plan. Now we have a cartoon character in Kentucky. We go from Senator Jim Bunning, the guy who took on Greenspan, the only guy who really got, the Hall of Fame baseball player throws heat right up under your chin, that guy who got it, to a cartoon character named Rand Paul. Anne Rand Paul. The guy's a cartoon character. He's insane. These people, it's a fucking big stuff. They're unconnected like this. It is representative government. They're just as fucking ignorant as fucked up. Abe's going to speak on the floor and he'll talk about fucking sex trafficking, the protest. I mean, it's just all shiny ball spin bullshit. The elephant in the room. Fuck, NBC reports the elephant in the room and the Japan speech is China. The fellow fucking elephant in the room is Fukushima. It's killing you stupid motherfuckers. But as an individual, as long as you're conscious and understand fucking terror, understand all these things, understand the reality of your life. Your children's fucking like, I'm not going to get a vaccine because don't get a vaccine, get whooping cough and fucking die. Do you want the longevity? I mean, you fucking people spin everything. They're all orchestrated from above. Throw the baby out with the bathwater. Go ahead. Or you will die when you get cancer. Turn your light on. Again, in the hospital, red tent, only one to ever walk out of there. Only one, ever. In the history of the unit, which is the #1 leukemia unit in the world. My light got turned on because you've seen the way I fight. I don't just fight passionately and radically with fucking raw, uncultured fucking emotion. I know what I'm talking about. I know my subject matter. That's the point. Understand this. Your light will come on and you will live. Because you think you're above this. You're not. Everybody's going to get their fucking turn with cancer. And it's a brutal disease. Do not kid yourself. Do not kid yourself. And the fight is epic. Stay on tune. Get in the fight or lay down and fucking die. Not me. I'm not going on the boxcar. I'm not taking the fucking shower.
All nuclear fighters, all hands on deck, all hands on deck, all hands on deck. All nuclear fighters, all hands on deck, all hands on deck, all hands on deck. They'll be calling you a radical. Twin Gate, 311, whatever you want to call it.